Hey guys, how's it going? I'm HJG White from eToro, and this week I am away from the computer on a little mini break with Maddie in beautiful Exmouth. And so this week I want to be talking about 5 psychological tricks to become a better investor. I think, since I'm away from the computer and not doing much research this week, I want to talk about psychological tricks. I believe psychology is probably 90% of what makes a great investor, and the final 10% is just a bit of logic and formulas. The first thing you need to do when evaluating stocks is to think of them as a business. Really, when buying a stock, you should be asking the exact same questions as if your neighbor had just come to you and offered you a chance to invest in his business. And if someone makes you feel silly for asking simple and straightforward questions, definitely avoid buying. Again, it's the simplest questions like how much did this company earn and what is their business plan for the future that is the most important to ask. Number 2, a really quick one, is don't use leverage. Ultimately, the goal of investing is to invest money that you do not need today in order to obtain money that you might need tomorrow. The dumbest thing that you can therefore do is the opposite of that, which is invest money that you don't have today in order to obtain money that you do not need tomorrow. That's all I've got to say on leverage. I think it's really stupid. Also, it's more risky, and I actually think that you make more money if you never use leverage. Okay, so moving on to number 3, always write a thesis. So, along with thinking of stocks as a business that you are investing into, you want to be writing down a thesis as to what you think the company is going to be doing to be worth the price that you're paying today in the future. And if your stock does not fit into your thesis, then you should not be buying it. But also, the thesis serves as a useful tool to benchmark yourself in the future. So if a stock underperforms, you can look at your thesis and realize that it's not doing as well as you'd hoped it would, and that can be a good opportunity to exit the position. However, if the share price goes down but they are hitting your benchmarks, this is a good opportunity to be buying more into the business. One of the biggest risks that you could be doing with investing is you buy into a business, the share price goes down because the company actually gets worse, but you don't understand that the company's gotten worse, and actually you feel like you're getting better value and you keep on having more money, and meanwhile it's slipping away from your thesis and you keep changing your expectations for the business. This is the worst case situation. So write down a thesis so that you can compare it to yourself in the past. Okay, let me just get some brain juice before we talk about number 4, do not buy before bed. Okay, right, this is a really simple one. Your mind is strongest in the morning. This is a proven scientific fact. You want to weaponize the fact that your brain energy is absolutely at peak at around 10 a.m. Well, at least for me, it's 10 a.m. And so I want to be making my investment decisions at 10 a.m. in the morning. And the worst time of day to be making decisions is in the evening. This is when your brain energy is almost entirely used up. And yet I know a lot of people that will impulse buy at the end of the trading day, especially when I live in the UK and stocks are open till quite late in the evening. I think the trading stops at like 9 o'clock. You don't want to be making decisions around that time, and if you do make a trade at that time, you'll be thinking about that when you go to sleep, and it'll interfere with your sleep. And so if investing is keeping you up at night, 1, you might be investing too much, but 2, it could be that you're making investment decisions when your brain is not at maximum capacity. Okay, number 5 is one that I use a lot, which is don't be afraid of sounding dumb. This is one that I use a lot. Whenever I think a question might sound stupid and I'm worried about asking it, I push myself to ask it because I really want to let go of trying to impress people and make them think that I'm intelligent. I really want you guys to subscribe and like and watch my videos, but basically I'm not an intelligent person, I'm just someone that's got some experience. I've got 10 years of investing, which seems to be a lot more than some of the people I find on Reddit. Eventually I will have 20, 30 years investing, and but what I will have then is not more intelligence, just more experience. And whenever someone asks me a question that might sound stupid or is a bit naive, I never belittle them, because I know at one point I was afraid to ask that question. And still to this day, there's a ton of stuff, there's so much to learn in the investing world. The best thing you can do to become an investor is let go of trying to sound smart. Ask stupid questions. The most important answers are from stupid questions. So guys, I hope you found that helpful, and if you have any stupid questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you really want to be rich, you've got to do this.